Hey guys, I'm gonna pivot here. This time the video will be in full HD 60 FPS if I don't get anything wrong. I seem to have been having some kind of driver issues with my Elgato capture card or something, but this time it's definitely good looking. I don't know what was wrong. I uninstalled everything. I tried a different Elgato driver. It didn't work. It screwed everything up even worse. I tried using the beta version of game capture software. I tried using OBS, and actually in the last video I used OBS with the wrong settings and it recorded in 720p, which is the reason why I didn't get the sound issues despite having driver problems. Now I've reinstalled the original game capture, not the beta version, and for some reason after rebooting it's all working fine. I don't have any sound glitches. I'm getting a fluid 60 FPS in 1080p. I don't know what the fuss was, but let's hope this lasts, and at least I know it's not a hardware issue, it's a driver issue. So yeah, while it's playing well, we're gonna hopefully do as I did mention in the last episode, run through Traverse Town. So you see, as a kid, I spent a lot of time in Traverse Town because, well, simply because I didn't speak English. My first language being French, I didn't know what the characters told me, and some of them basically told me what to do. There's the guy that says, hey, by the way, this city has, oh, I'm gonna immediately disable the auto camera. Because, yeah, in 60 FPS, this auto camera actually is making me sick. So yeah, basically there's guys telling you about the way the city is divided into multiple districts, and there's guys telling you go to this one or that one. And I got confused a lot. Yeah, this game looks a lot better now. I can't wait to see the file size though. Like, was it actually saving in 1080p with Elgato before, even though it was recording 720 or something? I don't know, but we'll see. Alright, so as I was saying, there's not much you have to do in order to progress here. All you've got to do is, as far as I remember, go to the 3rd district and then go back. But every time you enter through a door around here, Donald and Goofy are going to be shown entering or leaving a door, calling out to Leon, that guy they have to find and don't even know who he is. And basically you enter a door, they come out from another. You enter another door, they come out from the door you just left. It's all really Scooby-Doo-like. But yeah, you don't actually have to do any of this. This is just a silly cartoony way to make you avoid them. What you actually have to do is search for them. The game basically... man, I have to stop using basically. It means nothing. The game is telling you to explore. That's what Sid said. Just search around the city. And it's just an excuse to get you to fight a bunch of enemies while learning the layout of the city. Because what you actually need to do is go through the 3rd district and back. So we're gonna fight enemies on the way. First to get some experience. but more importantly to get some items, I believe. Let's see, how many items do I have? No, I actually have quite enough potions. And what's my status? I never know how to pronounce that. 85 points. Do I really want to grind up to 85? We'll see. For you see, there's going to be a boss fight soon, and it's one of those non-required battles that if you lose the fight, the game keeps going anyways. But winning the fight gives you a small XP bonus, which is always nice. Yeah, like I said before, this is the reason why I beat up all these enemies on the island. Now they drop a lot less HP since they're dropping money. And if I don't want to grind through my potions, I've got to be careful. You see, the only... I don't think there's a save point in the vacant house, so yeah, the only save point that's currently accessible is the one in the first district, which is actually a very good level design idea here they've got. They force the player to explore the level, looking for somebody, I guess. I don't know. He's looking for technically Riku and Kairi, I guess, but anyone. And yeah, that's a great level design idea, because there's no place you really have to go. All you've got to do is come here and then come back to the only save point available to you. And then when you're gonna do that, a cutscene's gonna trigger. Some might argue that it's dumb because you might spend hours without going back to that save point if you're not playing in a hard enough difficulty that requires going back to the save point for healing. Or if you're doing good, because right now I'm not getting hurt. But sooner or later, a player is gonna have to go back and save. Alright, I'm gonna go kill those over here. I'm not sure, is there a chest over there? Or is it just a Trinity mark? Guess we'll find out in a second. Yep, Trinity mark. Those will come into play later on. I'm so glad I've got no Sunday shoes anymore. It really was just a driver issue, it seems. Alright, can't go through this door yet. Alright, well, let's go back, I guess. This should be enough XP for now. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, that's right. You see, one thing I said before was that on the island, during the storm, enemy spawning was very different. Because they spawned everywhere I walked as soon as I got there. There's actually different types of Heartless. And shadows, as you've noticed, just spawn from the ground. Like, they just appear. Most other Heartless spawn like the one you saw in the cutscene. They just warp in. There's a dark sphere that appears and they just teleport in for some reason. And usually there's this trigger area for Heartless to appear, and as soon as you walk into that trigger area, a group of Heartless spawns. And if you kill some of them, but others you leave, you let live, you run away from them, they're gonna despawn. And when you walk back inside the trigger area, only those that weren't dead will respawn with full health. In some of the later Kingdom Hearts games, they actually respawn with the exact amount of health they had. So So that was a welcome change, because sometimes you're gonna hit an enemy, it's gonna fall down, then it's gonna respawn next to you, you're gonna hit it, it's gonna fall down again and again, and it's never gonna die because it respawns with full health. But yeah, later games have fixed this. But in this world, enemies seem to be respawning regardless of traveling distance. That's just a special thing. Usually enemies will only respawn in an area where you've already killed them if you move 3 screens away, like 3 areas away, and then come back. But here it seems I had already killed off some of these enemies. I moved to the 3rd district and then back, and they respawned already. So that's a special thing. They're just trying to make you feel not safe and force you to go back to the save point. I had not even realized that before. That is even more clever. So yeah. I'm not even having trouble anymore. I'm surprised. This is gonna change very soon, though, especially since I'm going to immediately go back to grinding after that, because there's a boss battle that's gonna be. In fact, there's 2 boss battles in this world. One of them is not obligatory, and the other one is required, and the second one is gonna break me. So I better gain a couple levels first. I don't want to scare you into believing you need to grind in these Kingdom Hearts games. I'm just bad at it, and I didn't pick the shield. If I pick the shield, the Dream Shield, and start with some more defensive abilities and higher defense, I'm usually able to survive this first world without really grinding too much. But Proud Mode definitely ranks it up. As you've noticed, this area didn't have enemies before, now there are. This is another exception. Usually areas that are safe don't often become dangerous. Like, it's not common for areas to go dangerous suddenly. And this is again another mean the game found to force you to go back to the accessory shop. Plus, they're pretty much trying to convey that the Heartless are following Sora where he goes. Man, this game looks very nice. I'm quite happy. Alright, how much XP? I kinda want to keep on grinding a little bit, because you see, as soon as I enter this door, I'm stuck. If I come out of there, I have to do the boss fight. I can't grind anymore once I've entered the accessory shop. So even though it's just boring, repetitive fighting against easy enemies, which really should be ganging up on me, but they've been quite kind to taking turns so far. Alright, I did collect a postcard, right? I'm gonna post it for a cottage, and that's it. There's a bunch of postcards in the city, and you have to find them all. I had never noticed this menu before, but oops, there's enemies. Oh, here, wow. I had never noticed the menu with items, like it's a really low quality menu there on the wall. Perhaps it's because I used to play the game on crappy monitors, but and it wasn't high res enough, but the first time I actually noticed that it's written ingredients and, well, products. Bleh. Damn, I'm having trouble speaking. Yeah, it's Mike Stunner up yours that made me realize this. He's another YouTuber who's currently making a blind playthrough of Kingdom Hearts. And he's the one who convinced me of finally trying out Let's Playing. I wanted to get a capture card and record videos for the longest time, but just seeing him so happy and passionate, getting some new subscribers, I was convinced that I needed to do this. Plus, we're kind of becoming a community at this point, and I thought, you know what, I kind of want to make videos where I explain a little bit more about the game. Some strategies, and yeah, this is kind of what I've always wanted to do. Playing Kingdom Hearts. Alright, I'm gonna go back and forth just to get those last 24 experience points. Oh. That's funny. Coming back from the 3rd district made these enemies respawn, but coming back from here didn't. Well, now I'm surprised. Did I kill these enemies here? I don't even remember. No, I didn't. Good. Wow, that was not a lot. I'm trying not to enter any other areas just to see if my hypothesis that you have to go through the 3rd district and then back and that's it. I want to see if it still holds. Ugh, I might have to, because these enemies aren't respawning. Yep, they are. Alright. I have to be careful though, because here they do gang up on me. Well, so far so good. Can't wait to get treasure magnet. At least one treasure magnet ability equipped is very useful because it allows you to collect items from further away. And yeah, in this game you really have no range for item collection. It's really annoying at first. Kinda like in Spyro. I remember the old PS1 Spyro games where you have this little bug, what's it, a dragonfly flying next to you and collecting gems as you walk. But when you get hurt, the dragonfly goes away, and then you have to actually hit the gems with your body to collect them. It annoyed me so much that I would always commit suicide as soon as I lose enough HP to lose a dragonfly. Alright. Come on, 7 enemies. 7 enemies. And then that'll be it. I haven't doing air combos, that's right. I said that they do more damage. I mean, sure, these enemies are the worst kind of enemies to try aerial attacks on, but I should actually try. Because I attack faster when I do that. Alright, what else is there to say about this part of the game? Not much, really. I should probably start making lists of things I should talk about when I run out of ideas, because so far I've been running out of things to say very quickly, and I don't want to start rambling about my personal life and everything. Like, sure, I can talk about how I spent the whole day wasting around editing software and capture card drivers, and then I can also talk about my exams that are coming up. It's not exactly interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I should talk about my other hobbies. Get to know each other. Even though I feel like I'm gonna be repeating myself from the comment section in Mike Stoner Up Here's videos, but still, I started playing video games a lot when I was a kid, really young, because my father, when he was a young adult, my father bought an NES. So we've had an NES since before I was born, and yeah, I play this. I mostly play Mario, but we play all the games on our 110 games in one cartridge. I remember B-Wings. That was one of my favorites. I really liked space shooters, but B-Wings was the most accessible one, I guess. Like Galaga, or what were the other ones? There were other games I was terrible at, but yeah, I played the NES a lot, and then I got a PlayStation 2 when I was 7, and oh boy, I didn't stop playing ever since. Now I'm gonna stop talking.
They'll come at you out of nowhere.
Who are you?
And they'll keep on coming at you, as long as you continue to wield the Keyblade. But why? Why would it choose a kid like you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. Now, let's see that Keyblade.
What? There's no way you're getting this.
Alright, then have it your way.
Man, does Sora have a very childish voice, especially in that cutscene. The key to winning this battle is to get Leon stuck in a corner, because you don't want him to attack you. As you can see, I've got very little health. God damn it. You know what? Can I do this? I thought I could not. I thought I heard people say that the soft reset was gone. Well, I guess it's false. So yeah, there's a soft reset ability in this game, which is hold L1, R1, L2, R2, and start, and maybe select as well. I kind of, well, on the PS4 it would be the touchpad, but I kind of pressed it all together, so I'm not so sure if I actually needed it. But yeah, it's been part of the Kingdom Hearts series, and I really like having the soft reset. Shit. Alright. Let's go here in case he throws a fireball. Ouch, that was not nice. Good. So yeah, you can see 30 experience points.
Now you're gonna...
Oh, you're slipping, Leon.
I went easy on him. Looks like things are worse than we thought. A lot worse.
Where am I? Sora! Kyrie!
Gosh, there's nobody here. Sure is spooky.
Actually, I'm not scared.
Excuse me. Did the king send you?
Come on, lazy bum. Wake up. You okay? I guess.
Those creatures that attacked you are after the Keyblade. But it's your heart they really want. Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kyrie.
Kyrie? Who are you talking about? I'm the great ninja Yuffie.
Hmm?
I think you might have overdone it, Squall.
That's Leon.
The Keyblade.
Yeah. We had to get it away from you to shake off those creatures. It turns out that's how they were tracking you.
It was the only way to conceal your heart from them. But it won't work for long. Still, hard to believe that you, of all people, are the chosen one.
Oh,
Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
why don't you start making sense? What's going on here?
Okay. You know there are many other worlds out there, besides your castle in this town, right?
Yeah?
But they're supposed to be a secret.
They've been secret, because they've never been connected. Until now. When the Heartless came, everything changed.
The Heartless?
The ones who attacked you, you remember?
Those without hearts.
The darkness in people's hearts. That's what attracts them.
And there is darkness within every heart.
Hey, have you heard of someone named Ansem?
And Sam?
He was studying the Heartless. He recorded all of his findings in a very detailed report.
Gosh, can we see it?
Its pages are scattered everywhere.
Scattered?
Too many worlds.
Oh, then maybe the king went to find them.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly.
We've got to find him quick.
Red! First we need the key.
That's right. The Keyblade.
So, this is the key.
Exactly.
The Heartless have great fear of the Keyblade. That's why they'll keep coming after you, no matter what.
Well, I didn't ask for this.
The Keyblade chooses its master, and it chose you.
So, tough luck.
How did all this happen? I remember being in my room. Wait a minute. What happened to my home? My island? Riku! Kyrie!
You know what? I really don't know.
What about your home and island? What about your parents? Yeah, video game logic. Oh yeah, by the way, looks like it's locked. Let's talk to her. I've heard that the Keyblades can open all sorts of locks. Give it a try next time you find a treasure chest. Oh boy, I needed somebody to tell me I can open stuff with my Keyblade. That looks like a giant key. Yeah, basically, from now on we can open up everything that's locked and has a keyhole on it. And sometimes even magical barriers, but sometimes magical barriers randomly cannot be unlocked with the Keyblade, and sometimes doors are physically locked with something that cannot be unlocked with the Keyblade. It really is up to the game designer, and it's kind of dumb. Oh well. It's a good idea to do this, to unlock this secret while Leon is here, because it's a lot easier to hit the clock when he's there, but you have to hit a clock a bunch of times, like this. And when you hear the melody, a treasure chest appears. That's all there is to it, but yeah, it's a pretty big trick. I'm gonna save immediately. I can save over file 2. I'm gonna save immediately because this this next area, if I remember correctly, is rough, and the game has checkpoints whenever you enter an area. So there won't be a checkpoint for having beaten Leon, because entering the area was triggered by the cutscene, so I'm not even sure it saves a checkpoint there. Like I left the Synesis, not the Synesis, I left the accessory shop, triggered a cutscene with the boss battle against Leon, and then a cutscene, and then we were here. So we never walked into an area, so if I remember well, there's no checkpoint in all of that. And then...
Yuffie, go!
Yuffie!
Sora, let's go!
And then this, we have another cutscene that leads into walking up here. So I think there's absolutely no checkpoint through all of this. And if I die here, I have to redo the fight, which is why I saved. It's much better to be able to load the game. And these enemies actually deal a lot of damage. But at least they drop 2 HP and they give 3 XP. Oh, well, while I think about it, that one cutscene where Riku didn't speak, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it in, but I voice acted it. I thought it was funny. But yeah, that one cutscene. Okay, let's just. I don't want to reload my game. Let's just change room. Alright, that one cutscene where we saw Riku talk alone without voice acting is because it was a Final Mix exclusive. It wasn't in the original American release, so they never voice acted them, or at least never voice acted them in English. I'm not sure if all of them or some of them are voice acted in Japanese. Maybe they all are. Although, no, technically they're not, because, yeah, the Final Mix version that was released in Japan had the English voice actors. Yeah, it was weird. It was a Japanese bonus version that had the English voice acting. So yeah, I guess they were never voice acted in the first place. Not even in Japan. I wonder how they managed to do the lip syncing. Like, they probably, some of the animators probably recorded the lines and then used it to lip sync in Japanese, something like that. But yeah, so that's one of those small differences we've got in the Final Mix edition of the game. And another difference is those Heartless. Those Heartless are actually recolored. There's a bunch of Heartless that are recolored in the Final Mix edition. I don't know if it's just because they wanted to add a little something in, or if it's just that the developers just had different versions of some characters. They didn't know which one to keep, and they ended up keeping one and putting the alternative one in the final mix version. I don't know the story behind it. All I know is that these are kind of yellowish brownish in this version, but in the original American version they're blue. Ouch. I lost all this experience. I'm dumb. I should have left.
They'll come at you out of nowhere.
Wow, it didn't even trigger a checkpoint there either? Why is that? Alright, well at least now we know that it's L1, R1, L2, R2, and start to do this, but gee, that is bad. I thought for sure leaving the alleyway would give me a checkpoint. I guess not. Let's actually equip potion. And I think I did this already, right? Do I have Metro shards and everything and the chests? Yeah, I've collected everything. Good. I didn't know when I did save. Oh, that's funny. It doesn't actually save the fact that one of them told you about chests. So even though I've already opened the chest, he tells me I can open them. That's funny. Skip scene, and we're off. Let's actually be a lot more careful this time around then, since there's not that many checkpoints. And well, I do remember one place where there was a checkpoint. I guess there wasn't a checkpoint for some reason because I walked in there from a cutscene again with the enemies already spawned or something. I don't know. Now I'm questioning everything. Yeah, so here Leon tells us that the first district is gonna be safe. Alright, maybe now it's gonna work. I don't know. We'll see. Oh yeah, something else I wanted to clear out. I did beat Leon, and in the cutscene you saw Sora falling down. And if you get beaten up, he doesn't make Leon, like Leon doesn't crouch to the ground. He's standing up in that cutscene, and Sora just falls, I believe, immediately. And Yuffie doesn't make fun of Squall. Yeah, I'm calling him Squall because I've just watched I've been watching a shit ton of playthroughs of Kingdom Hearts over the years, and that's how I got to learn some more about Leon as a character from Final Fantasy VIII, which I haven't played, but apparently he's really emo in that game as well. They really nailed his character in the Kingdom Hearts series, and his name was Squall Leonhart, and so he took the name Leon in Kingdom Hearts because for some stupid reason, like he hates his past self because he feels like he should have done something more for his world before his world got taken over by the Heartless or something. So he says he's not going to be using the name Squall until everything is back to normal. Something like that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. What matters is they've probably just used that to surprise players with, hey, that Leon you've been looking for is actually Squall. And it actually fits the character. Like, it's something Leon would do because he's super emo. I don't know, I think it was Nico B who started laughing a lot when he saw it. I'm gonna have to remember to link all these great channels in the description. I mean, it's not like they need the advertisement because their channels are usually bigger than mine. But yeah, I thought it would be thought it'd be a good idea to link those channels that I've enjoyed watching. If you guys are looking for a blind playthrough of someone who has no idea what the game is all about, instead of a well-educated but somewhat boring and unsurprising playthrough. I don't know, unsurprising. I'm looking for words, but sometimes I should be using words. Again, I'm just... Why did I start making playthroughs in English again? Oh right, because there's more people that are gonna watch it in English, right, of course. I'd be talking a lot faster and I wouldn't be so hesitant if I spoke in French right now. Yeah, I don't think I've talked about where I come from in my first video. It's kind of hard to tell because I've recorded... Damn, I'm getting destroyed. At least I got some money so I can buy potions back. Yeah, I don't think I spoke about where I come from in the other videos, but I could be wrong because I recorded it on the PlayStation 3, then restarted my playthrough on the PS4 instead, and had some issues with my recording, so I re-recorded the first episode. So I kind of forget what I've said and what I haven't said, but yeah, my first language is French because I live in the province of Quebec, Canada. So there's that. This is what explains my terrible accent. But yeah, I can understand English very well. I'm just having trouble with my articulation and coming up with words as I think. And speaking while you're gaming is actually a lot harder than it seems. Like from all these videos I've been watching, I didn't actually think it would be this hard, because sure, right now I can talk very easily because I'm fighting enemies without even thinking. Like, it's pretty much mash X to win. I've played this game a lot, but playing a game I've never played or playing against trying to beat a difficult challenge, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this well. Come on. Come on. Just gonna leave. How much XP do I need? Oh, 15? Oh, that is not nice. I'm running out of items. Alright, let's kill this guy. I should be able to kill those without dying, right? Then again, I'm not sure. I might be risking too much. Yee. Good. So that was like 6 XP plus 1, so I need 8 more. Come on. Should be some here. No, I killed them. There's definitely some in the Gizmo Shop. The Gizmo Shop is like the one place where they keep respawning. Like, there's not infinite enemies here, but there's a shit ton of them. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing I need to. God, I've already forgotten what I was about to say. Ah, god damn it. See, I say, I have an idea, and I already lose it. I don't think there's any place in the game where enemies respawn infinitely. we're gonna save just in case there's even less checkpoints than I remember. And we're also gonna go buy some items, because I did drain through a bunch of my potions. And I don't want to spend high potions just yet, because they restore 30 HP, and I have 24. So they restore 60. Basic potion restores 30. So that would be a very big waste. So I'm just gonna buy one potion and equip it. And at the same time, I'm gonna go get the postcard that's over here. And I need the blizzard spell in order to do that, but I do have the I'm gonna go save first, but I do have the ability to unlock doors now. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock the big blue box. That is not Doctor Who's box though. That's just a postcard box for some reason. Over here. Like, it's a super obvious box. Alright, so where we actually need to go is the 3rd district. So yeah, in order to beat this world, which is why I was making fun of Traverse Town at the end of last episode, all you've got to do is go through the 3rd district, well, through the 2nd and to the 3rd district, then back to the accessory shop, then fight Leon, then go back to the 3rd district, and you're done. But of course, grinding.
Yep. Oh. Gosh, are these the Heartless guys?
Let's go get him! Goofy!
The key!
Alright, so we've got to survive these, and hopefully Donald and Goofy won't spend all of their items. But it's already a bad start, because Goofy spent a potion on Donald, and a second potion on Donald. Please don't die again. I had to say it, didn't I? So Goofy spent 3 potions, so he probably has none more. So I'm gonna have to rely on myself for this fight. Damn, this boss does a shit ton of damage. This might be too risky. Yep, too risky. He deals more than half an HP meter. More than half my max HP per hit. I really need to avoid getting Donald killed. Because Goofy's gonna waste all his potions on Donald. I'd rather you spend them on me. He's not even gonna heal me? Wow. Well, at least he didn't waste his potion this time around. And why am I even wasting my time? Thank you. At least saved me once. Let's focus on this one foot. And I'm hitting the other one as well, so that's good. You see, if you beat one body part, it drops HP. This is what I'm looking for. Please be enough soon, because I don't want to spend another potion. Good. Beat the other foot. Shouldn't take too long since I did hurt it already. Alright, I'm healing. Quick potion. Alright, good. Ouch. Alright, I should be able to hit the hands now. Damn, I don't want to go grinding again, but this boss fight isn't easy and proud. Especially since I'm not a noob, ironically, so I didn't spend 10 hours grinding in Traverse Town, not knowing where to go. Alright, that is good, that is good. Now we should be able to deal with the body. You can actually hurt the body from the start of the fight, if I remember correctly. It's just that the amount of health it has cannot go below a certain point if you haven't broken up the parts. Like, he'll lose maybe half of its... It'll lose half of its health until you beat all the body parts. You might have noticed the heart going away as the enemy died. Remember that.
So, you were looking for me?
They too have been seeking the wielder of the Keyblade.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
I wonder if I could find Riku and Kairi.
Of course.
Are you sure?
Who knows? But we need them to come with us to help us find the king.
Sora, go with them. Especially if you want to find your friends.
Yeah, I guess.
But you can't come along looking like that. Understand?
Oh?
No frowning, no sad face, okay?
Yeah, you gotta look funny, like us. Yup. Whoa.
Yes, but ones on happy faces.
Happy?
That's one funny face.
Okay, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Donald Duck.
Name's Goofy.
I'm Sora.
All for one for all.
That little squirt took down that Heartless. Who'd have thought it?
Such is the power of the Keyblade. The child's strength is not his own.
Why don't we turn him into a Heartless? That'll settle things quick enough.
And the brat's friends are the king's lackeys. Slug on the eyes, they're all built rats by the look of them.
You're no prize yourself.
Shut up!
Enough! The Keyblade has chosen him. Will it be he who conquers the darkness? Or will the darkness swallow him? Either way, he could be quite useful.
Make sure you're prepared for the journey ahead of you. We don't know how far the Heartless have spread. Check out the shops here, they've got some pretty stuff. This is from all of us, 500 bucks, and this is from Leon. Oh, I like how he closes his eye like he doesn't want to admit he's giving us something. So he has Aerith give it. Good luck. I hope you find your friends. Look out for each other, keep your spirits up. The gummy ship is outside there. It's gonna be a spaceship that allows you to travel between worlds. And it's actually fully customizable. And then we're gonna get the power of fire. And the dodge roll ability. And the Gemini Journal. Alright, so when you hold L1, you get access to this quick menu. Sometimes I see playthroughs and I see Let's Players who don't try any single button and they play the whole game without even figuring out this because they don't read the comments either. And it makes me rage, but yeah. L1 triangle uses fire. If not, I have to do this. But making combos is kind of tedious when you do that. At least the menu remembers the last spell you were on, so you can actually have 3 shortcuts and a 4th one like already placed inside this menu, and you just gotta do down XX, down XX, down XX to use it multiple times quickly. But yeah, let's take a look at the HP gauge, and I mean the MP gauge. Oh, right. Trinity Mark. So let's take a look at the MP gauge against some actual enemies while we're at it. So let's post these postcards. Alright, that's good. So what I was saying is, let's go fight some real enemies if they're willing to spawn. Although they might not spawn over here anymore. I'm not so sure they will. They might not spawn until our next visit. I don't remember. Yeah, seems like they're giving us a break of enemies since we've killed their quote-unquote leader. Oh well, maybe we can actually get over here then. Yeah, we can. Great. Well, might as well do this while there's no enemies, right? First off, there's a treasure chest right here. And there's a passageway to the 3rd district. And there's a postcard here. And then, I believe the Trinity mark is blue over here. So yes, we've got a Trinity mark, which when we have Donald and Goofy in our party, we can use this to collect a few items. The different colors do different actions, but most of them either unlock an area by allowing us to reach a ladder or break down a wall or something. And some of them, well, most of them give us items, and some of them give us unlock areas. So there, we've opened this door back to the 1st district if you want, and we're actually gonna go here because I want to show the magic, and we can show it here. I remember having so much trouble with the platforming in this game as a kid. We can't get this chest yet. We will be able to when we get the glide ability. And we'll need the yellow trinities in order to get the chest that's above there. But for now, cutscene.
There's something about this musty place. It reminds me of the secret place back home, where we used to scribble on the walls. Remember?
Kyrie?
Sora?
Well, well. You have arrived sooner than I expected. What, you know we were coming? Of course, are you heartless? He doesn't look like one. Oh no, my name is Merlin. As you can see, I'm a sorcerer. I spend much of my time traveling. It's good to be home. Your king has requested my help. Yes, indeed. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm not gonna bother reading those. You can pause if you want to read it. Presto. There now. Basically, she will turn summon gems into summons. He will let us train for magic and various other things. There's another trinity here. It's good. There's also another save point here. We're gonna go and activate it. And this is what I wanted you to see. The practice magic menu. Practice magic against stationary targets. Alright, so when you fight against enemies, your charge meter goes up. The charge meter is this yellowish, peachish bar next to the MP meter. And when you use a spell, it's actually going to spend one chunk of charge meter or one MP bar. One MP block, when an MP block goes down, the charge meter goes all the way up to the rest of the MP. Now in this place here, MP recharges automatically, goes back to max MP when it hits 0. But I'm gonna destroy this thing first so we get some new enemies. When you hit enemies, the charge meter goes up. Like we said, now I can use one spell and, oh wait, bad example because it replenished it. But yeah, let's say I use these two. Okay, I have just a bit less MP. But now as you can see, as soon as the charge meter goes one block above your current amount of MP, you lose that amount of charge meter and it gets converted into one MP block. So it's really one MP block corresponds to one MP block corresponds to one spell. 2 MP blocks corresponds to, well, oh, thank you for saying. Yeah, 2 MP blocks purely corresponds to 1, 2, 3 spells. And 3 MP blocks corresponds to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells, if I remember correctly. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells. So each MP block is actually worth exponentially more MP than the previous one. So yeah, whenever you get 1 MP up, actually remember that it's a lot more than 1 more MP available to you. Go back. However, whenever you need to use a spell that requires a certain number of MP, I believe you need to actually have MP blocks in order to use it. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So that's how they balance the MP system. And I really like this idea, because it makes having a higher MP more valuable as the game goes on. And it also means that grinding for just a tiny bit of MP to use a low MP spell is easy. Like if you've got no MP at all and you want to use Cure, you just need to fill 1 tiny block in order to use it. But if you want to use a very powerful ability that requires having 3 MP, well, you're gonna have to charge the first block, then you're gonna have to charge 2 blocks, then you're gonna have to charge 3 blocks in order to be able to use the spell. So you're gonna need to have a lot more like hypothetical MP than what you currently have in your meter in order to be able to use a very powerful ability. I don't know. I think it's a very unique system. I've never seen that in any other game. If you actually know a game that uses this, I'd be very happy to learn about such a game. In the other Kingdom Hearts games, they've actually completely changed this. In Chain of Memories, abilities, like all spells and attacks are commands in a deck. You can equip commands in a deck, kind of like a card deck, and use them. It's very unique, and it takes a lot more reflection in order to play this game. It's a lot harder because of that, but it's very interesting. But every card reloads at a certain speed, so no, I'm talking shit. Cards don't reload in this game until you actually reload your deck. So cards, spells, and attacks pretty much are the same. You don't have any MP meter. But in some other games, you've got decks of commands where magic and physical attacks have a different reload speed, and you can improve your magic reload and improve your physical reload independently. And then there's Kingdom Hearts 2 and 2.8 and Kingdom Hearts 3 and that have this and Dream Drop Distance, I guess. No, Dream Drop Distance has the same. I don't remember actually. This Dream Drop Distance has the same kind of reload Bird by Sleep has, right? Right. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and Kingdom Hearts 3 all have the same magic system, it seems, where you have a meter, different spells spend different amount of MP, and when you run out of MP, you temporarily have to wait for the bar to reload. But fighting against enemies and different other things based on your abilities might refill your MP gauge directly. You don't have a charge gauge anymore. Anyway, enough talking in the middle of nowhere. Next level, next video, we're gonna attempt. We're gonna travel to Wonderland, and I think I'm gonna be able to put the whole Wonderland in one video. Deep Jungle might be a little harder to record all at once because it's a very long world. You have a lot of back and forth to do. So until then, let me end my videos like I said I would, with a random fact about me. Random fact about me, random fact about me, well, random fact about me, I'm 22 years old and I have a beard and I am 6 feet tall. I'm gonna have to figure out more interesting things to talk about other than my physical appearance next time though. Well, that's gonna be it for today. See ya guys.